So good.
Yeah.
How's your con been?
It's good, man. I've just got here.
All right.
Yeah. Just flew in from Atlanta, and yeah, it's good.
Oh man. So first? Let me just say that congratulations on the show. I can't wait for it.
Oh,
just things I've been wondering about it. Like, what's it like to embody Constantine? Like we've seen another representation, but we don't talk about that. But I just want to know, what do you bring to Constantine that we haven't seen before?
I don't know. I mean, I think that everybody will be the judge of that when it airs on was it 2 weeks Friday? I don't know. I think that like me, I suppose that the fact that it's me. I'm trying to stay true as possible to the DNA of the character, the source material, the comics. Even though we're working like 12 hours a day, like every night I try to pick up a comic and just keep it ticking over in the back of my head, and. It's a funny thing because you go home at night after shooting lots of stuff, about demons and spooky stuff, and then you pick up a comic and it's always there with you, But it's a really interesting journey. But I think that the one thing that we're trying to do as the series, and I'm trying to do with the characters, try and stay true to the kind of the core DNA of the character and the comics.
I asked the same question to your co-star. What, in terms of the production design, can you just tell us about some of either the craziest or the freakiest thing you've seen them come up with, either in the artwork or when the makeup department and costumes start going on?
By any of the stuff.
I've been spooked by a lot of shit. Sorry, it's like, there's these, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say really about kind of the things we've been encountering, but sometimes, when you're just doing night shoots, do you know what's freaky is that we were doing a night shoot in a cemetery, and one of the ADs came up to me and was like, hey, look at this, and they showed me a picture of a tombstone with Constantine on it, and I was like, yeah, that's production have done that, haven't they? And she was like, no, it's for real. She was like, take me to it. So we walked through this cemetery in the middle of the night. I got it on my phone. We walked through the cemetery in the middle of the night, and there's a tombstone of Constantine, and it's almost got the same font that we're using in the show. And I was like, "You're kidding me!" And I looked down, and it was like the header, because it just said Constantine. I was like, it's got to be fake because there's no kind of names on it. And I looked down, and there was like a family of Constantines, and I took pictures of it, man, and I tweeted it because I was just like, this is just freaking me out. And then as we were walking away from there, like I could hear like all these noises and stuff, and that was about like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. It just started like freaking me out. So I'd say that's probably the most freakiest moment.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Being on a major network with this character in this show, now he's not someone you would consider to be politically correct as a character.
No.
How much have you guys had to fight to try and keep the character as true to the comic origins and all of that for the show?
I don't know. Like for me, I mean, I haven't had to fight at all, really. I mean, like I'm just kind of interpreting it as the best I can in the scripts. I think the writers are doing a great job of making that transition. I think what's interesting is trying to get the balance of the lightness and the darkness, the lightness and the darkness. Who's he? Who's he? Have you ever seen him before? Who's that? Yeah, that balance, do you know what I mean? That tonal balance of the lightness and the darkness in the character, in the writing. I think that that's integral, because the comics do that, but they do it in a way which sometimes I think that when we're transposing that to the screen, it's you have to go about it in a slightly different way at first, but I think that's integral to kind of. I haven't had to fight that much, to be honest, because that was your question. I'm getting back to that.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I haven't actually. I mean, no, it's been good to be able to kind of let rip on a lot of stuff.
It's like, just as far as the universe goes with the characters, are you going to come across any other popular music characters like Zatanna or Dr. Fate or even Swamp Thing?
Wow, that's a question.
It's like, but you want to meet Zatanna.
Important question. That line, kicking in the bollocks, is that yours?
What, kick him in the bollocks?
Yeah. Is it something that you interjected?
In the pilot, what?
Yeah.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I can't take credit for that one.
How much of you?
There is a bit. The guys are great because they let me kind of jam things out a little bit. Some of the stuff I say doesn't make it. you know, because I come up with all sorts of British words that people probably, you know, wouldn't understand, or you know, they'd probably get lost in translation. But yeah, I can't take credit for that.
So just even like, what kind of locations are we looking forward to in Constantine? Like, you know, like we do with like Heaven and Hell. Are you actually going to like, you know, pull a spawn and like dethrone like everybody? Or are you just gonna like visit?
We haven't gone there yet, but there's the whole of the United States that we can use.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, last question.
Constantine's a con artist. Do you get to portray that side of him?
Yeah, that's definitely in there. That's definitely in there. There's all the sides of him. What's great with the medium of TV is you're able to kind of bring out different parts at different times as well. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes he's using his mind to kind of trick his way out of things. Sometimes he's pulling a spell out of his magic bag, and then sometimes he's just trying to kick someone in the nuts to get it done.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, and that's what's great about it.
I was like, could you sign my thing for me, please? And thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you
so
much.
much.
Great meeting you.
You too. Thank you. Have a good
Good
one.
luck at
You
battle.
too.
Thanks.
Nothing Constantine related. I'm so mad. Anything else coming? What? Oh, it's still on. I'm sorry.